Clive Lloyd's peaceful fishing trip near Branston Golf Course took a strange turn when he snapped something eerie on camera. He was by the River Trent, taking photos for a local angling group, when something odd happened. The air was damp that day, and the first photo came out misty, so he quickly took another one. Both pictures were taken just seconds apart, but they ended up looking very different. When Clive got home and looked at the photos properly, he noticed a faint, ghost-like figure standing across the river in the clearer image. What exactly he captured remains a mystery. Two men were fishing with their dogs by the seaside in Zacamulco, Mexico, enjoying what started as a calm and peaceful night. But then, something strange happened.
Menos mal que traigo mi primera comunión.
Los lamentos pues no me han espantado tanto porque pues ya es algo, bueno, no es como, a pesar de que no son tan cotidianos.
A chilling, unearthly sound echoed from over the ocean. Suddenly, three shadowy shapes emerged from the mist on the water, only to vanish moments later. Their dogs went wild, barking at the ocean as if they sensed something the men couldn't see. Locals believe it could have been La Llorona, the ghostly woman cursed to wander near water, forever crying for her lost children. A group of people were fishing under a bridge, when, out of nowhere, this happened.
Oh! Oh! Are you alright? You alright, dude? Yo, I'm good.
A huge chunk of ice came crashing down from about 50 feet above them. It could have been a disaster, but somehow they walked away unhurt. They were lucky to dodge it. In the early 90s, Elizabeth Tolomeo snapped a picture of her husband fishing on Lake Dorothy Dunn in northern Wisconsin. It wasn't until later, after developing the film, that she noticed something. To the right of her husband, a young girl appeared in the photo, dressed in a pinafore and bonnet. Elizabeth recalled that the lake had once been a bustling logging spot, but during the plague, many children had died in the area. Was this girl's spirit one of those lost children still lingering around the lake? After a quiet day of fishing, this man stopped by a public restroom nearby. As he stepped inside, this happened.
Yo, what the What the? Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo!
No sign of anyone, just silence. He stood there, confused and a bit shaken. The scream was real, too clear to be imagined, yet there was no one around. After a surf session, this person reviewed their GoPro footage and spotted something no one ever wants to see. In one underwater frame, a massive shark glided past the camera. They hadn't seen or sensed anything in the water at the time, but that single image left them stunned. They walked away from the waves that day feeling very, very lucky. David Breckenridge Doyle was out fishing with his kids when things suddenly took a turn.
Fuck! Ow, ow, ow! Don't move! No. It's okay. Accidents happen. It's not a big deal. No, you don't trouble. Accidents happen. Willow, do you not see what you just did? You pierced my nose with the fishing hook. I know. I don't know yet. I can't even see. Right now I'm gonna put the line. Ah. It's not your fault, Willow. I walked up behind you while you were casting. It's okay, guys. Don't freak out. Ah. Yeah, that just happened.
But instead of panicking or getting upset, he stayed calm and handled the situation like a pro. The way David kept his cool during such a tense moment really shows what a solid, level-headed parent he is. A guy went magnet fishing one day. Most of what he pulled up was just junk, until he snagged an old knife, still in its sheath, looking like it hadn't seen daylight in decades. But it was the final throw that really shook him. He reeled in a stick, and attached to it was a creepy doll, its face covered in needles like some twisted voodoo artifact. When he checked the back of the doll, he found a small transparent bag tied to it. What could it be? He had no idea. Feeling freaked out, he hurried away, only to end up lost in a nearby cemetery, freaked out and alone. Thankfully, he eventually found his way out. On April 1st, 2025, Gage Towles was fishing in Florida when he found himself in a tense and unexpected situation.
You know what?
Get going, bro.
We're all fucking war veterans. We're all raised.
Well, thank you for your service, bro.
And you're gonna talk shit.
Thank you for your service, bro. But that doesn't give you the right.
Million pussy ass fuck.
All right, bro. All right, whatever. I appreciate you for your service, bro. But you don't gotta run through the middle of the bridge, bro.
Dude, if your guy doesn't have his fucking lights
That's
on,
not my guy, bro. That's just another fucking dude, bro.
you have to have lights on.
My lights were on, bro.
Motherfucking lights.
My lights were on.
Somebody hits you, guess what the fuck happens? You die, nothing happens to me.
Right, okay, bro. Keep thinking that.
Earlier that day, something had taken place between Gage, another fisherman, and a man named Brock Horner. Suddenly, things escalated.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
Yeah, you should apologize, motherfucker.
But, bro.
You're on the water more than you can possibly fathom in your wild
Me.
motherfucking dreams.
Me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the motherfucking water.
All right,
Every
bro.
day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your motherfucking life.
All right,
If
bro.
you cuss me out,
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro.
don't hit the fucking pile.
Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the fuck out.
All right, bro.
In the middle of the
No, bro. Please, bro. Please,
Get me back to my
bro.
boat.
Okay. Please.
Fucking apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was,
I know I
motherfucker.
was here, but my buddy was
Take
on the
me
boat.
back to my
Yes,
fucking
sir.
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please, bro.
I don't care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
the fuck
sir.
out
All right.
and talk shit to me, motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
Clearly shaken, Gage did his best to stay calm and defuse the situation. The outburst was aggressive and disturbing, something that should never have happened. Thankfully, Gage remained composed and unharmed throughout the ordeal. Later, Brock Horner was arrested on charges of burglary and assault. While night fishing, these friends captured some eerie footage.
Topwater fishing and just hear this sound. What is that?
I can't see my lure.
Just a popper. That's a coyote.
Some commenters agree it's just coyotes. Others think some screams sounded too human. But out there in the dark, with only water and woods around, the sound is enough to scare you, no matter what caused it. Matt Bullock was filming the quiet nighttime scenery with a night vision camera at Jacksonville Beach Pier, Florida, when something strange appeared in the sky.
Recording.
Awesome.
Gotta get your finger out.
Whoa! You
There
see
it
it?
is. Yep.
What is that? What in the world is that? It's just like hovering and pulsating. What? How? I don't understand what is going on. That was a trip.
An odd light darted across the frame, moving too quickly and erratically to be a drone or plane. It dipped near the water, hovered for a moment as if scanning the area, then shot off and vanished. The uploader, a retired military man, later checked with his contacts and confirmed that there were no military flights, testing, or training exercises happening at the time. So, what was it? A couple took a trip to Germany a few years ago, and while wandering near a quiet lake, they snapped a few pictures. But when they had the photos developed, one image stopped them cold. In the background, crouched low, was an eerie figure. The area had been completely deserted, they were sure of it. To this day, they can't explain who or what they captured in that photo. But one thing's certain, it left them deeply unsettled. Tim Shattuck, a 54-year-old Australian fisherman, and his dog Bella set off from Mexico's Baja Peninsula, aiming to sail across the Pacific to French Polynesia. But just weeks into the journey, disaster struck. A violent storm destroyed his catamaran's electronics, leaving them stranded with no way to navigate or call for help. For 3 long months, they drifted through open waters. Finally, a helicopter from a tuna fishing company spotted their battered boat.
Hi, sir. Do you speak English? Yeah. How are you doing? You okay? Hi, my name is Andres. We need to know if you have any drugs or weapons on board.
No, I have no drugs or weapons.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, yeah, you can check everything. So.
You need to make sure you don't have any weapons or drugs on you, right?
Yeah, sure. I just got fishing gear, survival gear.
Okay, do you have a knife on your... Can I get it, please? No, without the bag. Take it out, please. Okay, can I get your name, please?
Tim Shattuck.
Okay, where are you from?
Oh, you're
I'm recording.
Oh, you're recording, okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Yeah. Do you have the date of your departure?
Yes. I departed Mexico on...
Where from Mexico?
La Paz.
La Paz?
The crew tossed him a drink and dispatched a speedboat for the rescue. Tim survived by eating raw fish and collecting rainwater. Now, after an ordeal few could even imagine, Tim has finally returned home to Australia to reunite with his family once again. A group was kayaking down a river when they came across this massive creature. Curious, they paddled in for a closer look. Not the safest move. These snakes can lash out if they feel threatened. But this one didn't seem to move. It might not have been alive. Either way, a wild, spine-tingling sight to stumble upon. A couple was out magnet fishing in Queens, New York, when they reeled in something surprisingly heavy. They pulled up an old, muddy safe from the water, not expecting much inside.
Is it soft? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's money.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
It's just destroyed money.
No way.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh, it is! Stacks of bills, dude! Hundreds! Oh my god! Woo! We just found like $1,000 here, dude! Guys,
No way.
There's nothing we can really do with them. I'm going to have to send it to the government. Look at this. Stacks of hundreds. Hundreds, guys. This is the find of our lives. Oh my God. Oh, there's another stack.
No way.
My God. Babe, more money. Holy shit, guys. It's all hundreds.
Oh my God.
Oh, we have like $20,000 here. Stacks, baby.
But to their shock, it was packed with cash, around $80,000 in total. For them, it was the catch of a lifetime. The NYPD confirmed they could keep the money, and if the bills weren't too damaged, the bank could still replace them. Still, questions lingered. Whose money was it? Why was it dumped in the water? And was it stolen? They never got any answers. But at this point, that doesn't seem to bother them. A family was out kayaking in the ocean, just enjoying their day, until something massive emerged from the deep. They quickly tried to warn one of the kayakers as a huge shark began moving toward them. Thankfully, the kayaker stayed calm and made it to shore safely, completely unharmed. Still, it's chilling to think just how close they came to real danger. Andrew McAuley was an adventurer who set out to kayak solo across the Tasman Sea, from Australia to New Zealand. His first attempt in December 2006 ended on the first night. He couldn't stay warm inside the cramped cockpit. But he tried again on January 11th, 2007. A month later, his kayak was found, partially flooded, just 30 nautical miles from Milford Sound. But Andrew was missing, and he was reported lost at sea. He had a small camera mounted on his kayak to document his journey, and the footage was recovered after the kayak was found. This was the supposedly last recorded footage captured before his disappearances.
Need a stench of oils, and it's paddling today, but it's getting up a bit too high for me, so I decided not to. I'm going to tuck back under and go back to sleep for a while.
And this was his last recorded audio.
Radio Roger, you're down in kayaker, hit up. Emergency situation. Kayak. Drive. Big always lifted down. I'm rescue. Kayak 1, your signal is muffled. Please repeat your message. In contact with my kayak sinking. Confirm your kayak is sinking, huh? Kayak 1, kayak 1, kayak 1.
Andrew was never found. It was around 10 p.m. when a group of friends were hanging out by the beach in their small town in Mexico. They snapped a few photos to capture the moment, just the four of them and the ocean behind. But later, when they looked closer, they noticed something chilling. There were faces in the background. They swear the photo wasn't edited. It's exactly how it was taken. So who, or what, was out there with them that night? A man was out fishing in the middle of a river when he noticed something strange floating nearby. At first, he couldn't quite make it out, but as he got closer, he realized it was a sloth, struggling to stay afloat. Without wasting any time, he pulled the animal onto his boat, likely saving it from drowning. When the video was first uploaded online without any context, viewers were baffled. Many thought the sloth was some kind of bizarre aquatic creature. But once the full story came out, it became clear what had really happened. Thanks to this man's quick thinking, the sloth got a second chance. Sloths aren't exactly built for swimming, and this one definitely got lucky. In the 1930s, a deep-sea diver was sent down to a staggering depth of 3,000 feet, far beyond the 600 feet his heavy iron suit was designed to handle. The descent was risky. Pressure down there could crush a man like a tin can. As he vanished into the dark abyss, his crewmates could only wait, unsure if he'd return alive or not. Tension hung in the air as they hoisted him back up. When he finally surfaced, silent and still in that bulky suit, no one knew what to expect, until they saw him move. He was alive. While fishing with his son on the River Trent in Burton, England, John Anderson captured a strange photo. It was near Newton Road when they noticed a figure, still, silent, and vanishing too quickly to be human. A local psychic later claimed the figure looked like a young woman, possibly tied to the history of the place. She mentioned that part of Burton, especially around Andressie Bridge, had been the site of death and witchcraft over the centuries. In the 17th and 18th centuries, it was even believed to be a place of child sacrifices. Whatever John saw that day, it was very much real. While walking across the muddy flats of a remote island in Pilbara, one of the group nearly stepped on something bizarre.
Psycho. That is the creepiest looking thing I've ever seen. Oh yeah, he just moved.
Right, we're not doing this to harm him, just to see if he snaps.
Oh yeah, no, he's alive.
Oh my god!
That's gonna haunt me in my sleep
Can we
tonight.
keep looking to see if we can find a pair of spare underpants? That was creepy.
Imagine if they had actually stepped on it. Do you know what this creature is? A guy was fishing on the beach when he came across something seriously disturbing.
The crocodile head that washed up on the beach at St. Lucia. Just come stand close at my darling, just so people can see the size. Put your hand on its head. Enormous crocodile, it's bitten in half by a shark. I would estimate it's probably about 3.5 meters.
A giant crocodile head lying right near the shoreline. What made it even weirder was that crocodiles aren't usually found by the sea. So how did it end up there? Maybe a brutal fight in the wild, or something more mysterious. Indonesian YouTuber Ibnu Fauzi was fishing in a forest at night with his crew, a place rumored to be home to a strange river creature. Throughout the night, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but just as they were about to head back, something happened.
Bentar, ini suara dari mana sih sebenarnya? Allahu Akbar, pik. Kayak apa nul? Kayak apa kayak? Di situ ada yang bergerak, guys. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ada yang bergerak di sana. Ya Allah. Apa itu, pik? Rambut nul. Gerak dia, pik. Allah. Airnya ombak-ombak, pik. Astagfirullahaladzim.
At first, it could have been any animal, but as they moved closer, they saw it more clearly. Long fingers or maybe claws, and a featureless face. Realizing it wasn't something they could easily identify, they decided to leave, convinced they'd just come face to face with the river creature. A man was fishing deep in the forest when something unexpected shattered the quiet, peaceful atmosphere.
Whoa. What the heck?
There wasn't a soul around, just thick trees and still water. Whatever he heard, it shook him. He packed up quickly and left, later saying he had never heard anything like it before. In that moment, he felt completely vulnerable. Something bizarre washed up on Boulevard Beach in Texas. a strange, squishy creature with jelly-like tentacles. What really threw people off was its color. It wasn't the usual vibrant hue you'd expect from a sea creature. It was grey, dull, almost lifeless looking. No one could quite figure out what it was, but one thing's for sure, it wasn't like anything we've seen before. A Reddit user from North Carolina shared a photo taken while swimming with his daughter. The water looked calm until he spotted something just ahead. Two mysterious fin-like shapes broke the surface. At first, many assumed it had to be a shark or a dolphin, but locals quickly chimed in, identifying it as a cownose ray, a species known to glide just beneath the surface with the tips of its fins poking above the water. They're especially common during seasonal migrations in the Pamlico Sound and nearby rivers. Wendy Jackson was fishing near Moram Beach by Stanleylands when she spotted a massive jellyfish washed up on shore.
Well, I've got to say, to date, that is the biggest jellyfish. That's my foot. Ted! Sorry. Ted Spam. Whoa, be careful.
Experts believe strong tides likely pulled it in from deeper waters. While it's a rare and fascinating sight, authorities have reminded the public not to touch it. Even dead jellyfish can still sting. They urge people to report any such sightings instead. Definitely not something you want to get too close to. In a quiet forest near a calm lake, something eerie caught the attention of a few fishers. A woman sat silently by the water's edge, holding a child close to her chest. According to them, there was something unsettling about her stillness. At first, they were worried for the child. It almost looked lifeless. But then, they noticed its legs twitch slightly, offering a bit of relief. Did they ask the woman if she was okay, or did they just ignore it? What they did next was never shared. Back in February 2017, some fishermen found something strange washed up on New Smyrna Beach. A shark, but surprisingly, only half of it. Sharks are usually the top predators in the ocean, but this time, the predator became prey. The shark had massive chunks missing, like something had taken a serious bite out of it. No one could say for sure what did it. Some experts guessed it might have been a barracuda, but honestly, whatever it was had to be huge. A woman was gazing out through a window when something strange in the water caught her eye. Curious, she zoomed in with her camera, and what she saw left her stunned. Several men appeared to be calmly sitting around a table, underwater. The scene looked too real to be a trick, yet it felt impossible. Some suggested it might have been a reflection from the room behind the glass. But how could a simple reflection create such a perfect, eerie illusion? To this day, no one's been able to explain it. While fishing at the beach, this person spotted a strange shape in the distance and quickly snapped a photo. At first, she assumed it was just the waves crashing against the rocks, but the shape was too clear, too deliberate to dismiss. It looked like something, or someone, was standing there. Many viewers claimed they could see two figures. She couldn't shake the eerie feeling that there was something more behind the scene. Could it be the spirits of two people who lost their lives to the sea? A lifeboat crew spotted a man drifting alone on a makeshift raft heading away from England. His raft was overloaded with bags, and he lay flat on his back, wearing a cycling helmet and gripping a tiny sail, his only way of moving forward.
Well, I'm moving to France for asylum.
You're going to France for asylum?
Yeah.
Alright.
He refused help, insisting he didn't want to reach England. He was heading to France, he said, to seek asylum. The crew remained calm, but knew they couldn't just leave him out there.
Well, I'm moving to France for asylum.
You're going to France for asylum?
Yeah.
Alright.
Eventually, they explained how bad the weather was and how far off course he had drifted. That's when he finally agreed to come aboard. What they didn't realize was they had just rescued a murderer on the run.
As the boat was coming back with the man on board, I received a phone call at the station from the police. They were asking a lot of questions, the man's name, age. Once we were under the understanding that this man could potentially be dangerous, my concerns were the safety of the crew.
Fortunately, the crew got out safely, and the man was later caught and taken into custody. A Reddit user's brother's partner captured something strange while photographing the Thames. Taken around 7:21 AM, the image revealed a faint human-like figure in the water. The photographer, an experienced one, was certain no one was there at the time. If there had been, she wouldn't have taken the shot. At first, he assumed it was a duck or a swan, but his brother and his partner insisted there were no birds in the area. Yet, the mysterious shape remained. While fishing in the Florida Keys, a man captured something unusual on camera. As he cast his line, he noticed a pale bluish figure gliding beneath the surface. Unable to identify it, he quickly started filming. The creature moved gracefully through the water, passing right by his boat. He managed to record a few seconds of footage before it disappeared. Though the video is unclear, the figure's shape is still distinguishable, leading some to believe it could be a mermaid. Or is it a hoax? Kenny, a passionate traveler, loves sharing his outdoor adventures with his viewers on his YouTube channel, Kenny of All Trades. On March 2nd, 2024, he set up camp by a peaceful lake, planning to ice fish.
Out of nowhere, the flasher completely lit up. And I'm thinking, is that all fish? But looks like it's just bubbles coming to the surface. There we go. There we go. What do we got? Sunny. Awesome. These are smelling delicious. I think it's time to come out. All right, taste test time. Look at that. Believe me, that's gonna be good.
After catching a few fish and preparing for dinner, everything seemed perfect. But as night falls and he prepares for bed, this happens.
This is strange. I came outside. Holy buckets. It's like 11:30 at night. Someone completely unloaded a magazine out here. At first I thought it was the lake, but no, not after that. What the heck?
The sound of shots echo through the air, getting closer. Then, just as suddenly, the shooting stops. Who or what could be out there? And what was going on? Nervous and unsure, Kenny locks himself inside his RV, hoping the night will pass peacefully. Luckily it does, but Kenny is left wondering, what really happened that night? While exploring a beach in Kauai, a Reddit user found something unexpected.
We are not sure what we found. I mean, Amber found it, but I've been helping digging because this is pretty cool. So at the edge where Amber's feet are, though, kind of it goes into a corner. A what, Amber? Corner. Like a corner. So we don't know if it's like a door or what, but we haven't found the end of it. And all we have is that shovel.
And it's deep.
We have is that shovel in our hands, and it's taking a while. We're trying to see if we see any writing on it or something.
Nothing here.
We need a big ass shovel. But this is pretty cool though, I mean.
Yeah.
Thought it was an anchor at first, but since it's
It's got a line going. This is
square, we're not for sure. It could be a box or a shipping container.
A massive concrete structure buried deep beneath the sand. Even after hours of digging, its bottom remained out of reach. As daylight faded, they had no choice but to abandon the attempt, leaving only a portion exposed. No markings, no inscriptions, nothing to hint as its origin or purpose. The sheer size and mystery of the structure left everyone wondering, what could be hidden beneath the sand? If you've any theories, share them in the comments. The YouTube channel Real Adventures is known for peaceful fishing content, but 7 years ago, one of their videos took a surprisingly creepy turn. While pulling up an anchor from about 15 feet deep, something strange was clinging to it. The footage is a bit grainy, but the shape was clear, long, thin, and slightly flat. It turned out to be a damselfly nymph, basically a baby damselfly. These tiny underwater predators feed on mosquito larvae and small fish. And for more fishing videos, watch this next video.